Guys, so Lionel Messi has won pretty much about everything. Pretty much everything you could win as a footballer, or at least professional footballer. But there's a couple things he has not won. Two very important, huge titles. One of them being MLS Cup. Probably the biggest league title you could possibly win in the world, right? And he's won the Champions League, but he's never won the Champions Cup in Concacaf. Those are two titles Messi has never won. And he has a pretty good chance of winning one of them very soon. Anyways, guys, before we even get started, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you love football. You right there. I see you. And anyways, let's get started. So for those of you who don't know, Concacaf, which is North America, Central America, and the Caribbean, they have their own version of the Champions League, which pretty much every confederation in the world has that. You have that in Africa, you have it in Asia, you have the Libertadores in South America. So everyone has it. That's nothing out of this world, right? But it is called the Champions Cup. It used to be called the Champions League as well, but they rebranded back to what it used to be originally. But anyway, so this is a competition that's been dominated by Mexican teams pretty much in almost forever. At one point back in the day, there used to be teams from other countries that used to win it every now and then. But this, in the last 20 years, it's been pretty much all Mexican teams, with a couple exceptions, like Seattle Sounders a few years ago. So yeah, Mexican teams dominate the heck out of this competition. It's not even close, honestly. But in recent years, the MLS teams have been, they've been better. They've been making it to finals. They've been winning in Mexico, which used to be like this crazy achievement. Like if you came out of Mexico without conceding like 3 goals, like you'd be like, oh wow, that's a heck of a performance. Like now you see MLS teams going down there and getting ties and winning down there. MLS has come a long way. I still think Liga MX in general, especially the top teams, I think they're better than MLS. But MLS, they're kind of catching up a little bit. Because like I said, a few years ago, it was unthinkable to imagine a team like the Whitecaps going to Mexico and getting a result. So now we see it pretty often. We see it every Champions League season now, or Champions Cup season now, over the last few years. So MLS is doing better for sure. But like I said, Mexico has dominated the heck out of this competition, guys. But this year, as we've seen in other years, there's actually going to be an MLS versus Mexico final. And even though we're still in the semis right now, they're barely about to start April 23rd, if you guys are interested. It's actually 2 semifinals. So the first semifinal is actually Inter Miami versus Vancouver Whitecaps. So that's the all MLS showdown semifinal right there. The Whitecaps, who actually, it's pretty impressive, guys. They've gone and they've beat Pumas and Monterrey from Mexico, getting results in both of those away legs, which is kind of crazy because the Whitecaps not traditionally one of the good teams, but this season they've been on a tear. They're the best as of right now. As of recording this, they are the best MLS side right now. They've only lost once. There is the Crew who's unbeaten, but these guys have won more, and they're just smashing teams. So they're a pretty damn good team, guys. And then Inter Miami, who obviously Messi, Suarez, Busquets, Jordi Alba. You guys know Inter Miami, right? You know them at this point. But anyway, so yeah, that's the first semifinal. And this is a good matchup, guys. I would recommend, if you're gonna watch it's not really an MLS match, right? But if you don't watch Major League Soccer and you want to watch like 2 of the best teams right now, I'd watch this one because, like I said, Whitecaps are currently the best team in the league, and then Miami is Miami. They're a team that's been good, but they've had a very shaky defense. Which, to be fair, this season it looks like they've actually invested. They've actually kind of tightened up that defense a little more. They'll still leak goals because it's MLS. MLS teams just love leaking goals, but they've tightened up their defense and they've got Messi. So I wanted to do a little prediction here. Who I think will advance? I think it's going to be Miami, guys. I think Miami and Messi are going to advance to the final, and I think they're going to win the Champions Cup. That's what I think. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I think they're going to advance. I think they're going to beat the Whitecaps. I think they're going to put it all together. We've seen before that these guys are pretty good at knockout competitions. We saw him win the Leagues Cup a couple years ago. We saw him win the Open Cup. They haven't done too well in the Champions Cup yet, but I think this is going to be their year. I think they're going to knock out the Whitecaps in these two legs, and they're going to advance. And now going to the other semifinal, which is actually Tigres and Cruz Azul from Mexico. Both of these are Mexican teams, so like I said, it's going to be an MLS versus Mexico final, regardless of who wins. I think Cruz Azul is going to advance. Just look at Cruz Azul right now, and I see that they're like a slightly better team. Even though if you look at the Liga MX standings, they're actually tied on points as of right now. But I think Cruz Azul is a better team. They're a little more solid. And so it's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be the Inter Miami versus Cruz Azul final. And it's kind of funny because these teams have actually played each other not too long ago. If you remember, in Messi's very first game with Inter Miami, he actually scored a banger of a free kick against Cruz Azul. And they won that game. It was played in Miami. But yeah, this would be the final that I think is going to happen, guys. I think Messi is going to win the Champions Cup. I think it's going to be Miami's biggest trophy that they're going to win, because I don't think they'll win MLS Cup for some reason. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I have a hunch it's not going to happen, guys. But no, I think it's going to happen. To answer your guys' question, I think it's going to happen. I think Inter Miami will win the Champions Cup. I mean, they still got to get through these semifinals against a very tough Vancouver team that honestly probably nobody wants to play Vancouver. They've just been scary. I mean, in Major League Soccer and in Champions Cup, they've been a good team. But I think they will not beat Messi. I think Messi will end up winning this tournament, and we're going to hear about it for months and months how they did that. But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen, guys. I just want to give you guys a little preview of the semifinals and of the final. I just wanted to talk about the fact that Messi is going to add probably the biggest trophy he has yet to win, or probably just biggest trophy out there that you could possibly win, the Champions Cup from Concacaf. But anyways, you guys, let me know down in the comments what you think. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. You know what? Subscribe if you love Messi. Do that. Don't forget to do that. Anyways, y'all take care and have a good one.